is teaching you how to fish. There's a major difference in that. And rich people used to people asking them for money, so they got all kinds of ways of playing your ass off. You know, every time somebody comes with this, hey man, let me holler at you. What? Let me holler at you. You sound like a relative trying to borrow 20. Now you got a business proposal. Do your due diligence when investing. Do some research. And lose the most useless, I want you to lose the most useless emotion ever created, and it's called guilt. Stop feeling guilty, man. Guilt serves no person, no purpose, except for the person that's trying to make you feel guilty, and that's all to manipulate you so they can get what they want. I've lost all my guilt. You can think what you want to think about me. I don't give a damn. I'm not guilty about nothing. Why am I guilty? Because your ass is poor. I was poor for 38 years. I got my first car in my name when I was 38. Wow. Now you sitting in here 30 telling me your problems, and I'm supposed to feel messed up about that. Just help you. And then quit walking up to people. I had a young kid came up to me a year ago. Hey, Mr. Harvey, you got 15 minutes? 15? No. I don't even know you. You got 15 minutes? I said, no, I don't. Oh, you don't want to make $20 million? Little boy, do you have $20 million? No, sir. Then why would you show me how to get it? See, if you come up to me talking about, do I want $20 million? If I know how to make $20 million, the first person I'm going to make it for is me. And I'm going to probably make about 13 of them before I tell anybody how to do it. Then he come up to me talking about, you don't want to make $20 million. Boy, just find this guy. You know how I tell my kids all the time, it takes a long time to make a lot of money. Get off Instagram. That car, you don't know how close that car is to being repoed. Get off Instagram. That ain't even their car. Look in the background, in the street sign. Who parks their car in front of street sign? Rich people got yards and courtyards. Ain't nobody got their car on the street taking a picture on the damn sidewalk. But you see that and you get caught up in it. Y'all, it take a long time to make a lot of money. Look at everybody that's really got a lot of money. Now, if you want to use that one example, Kanye got this and Kanye got that and somebody got this and that, there's some exceptions. But chances of you being that exception is rare. Buckle up, knuckle down, get ready for the grind, and go on and make your dreams come true. And enjoy the process.
Is the one that's going to take you out of here. And it's crazy because it's like, you had all of these other shows and Steve Harvey show, but you never had ownership in that. So why was it important for you to have ownership, and what's the dynamics of the judge show as opposed to the other shows that you had in the past?
See, the Steve Harvey show was me and Sid entertainment, Wendy Raquel and Terry and Marilyn Sanitary and Will Scott. This was a show that ABC had created, so I came along. I was just coming out of homelessness, man. I said, man, y'all gonna pay me how much? Yo, my first TV show, they gave me $75,000 on the Thursday. I'm signing. I ain't got no money, I'm signing. Every time they paid me, I was crying. I couldn't believe this, man. Didn't know nothing about no business. Then I got another show and I had 12%, but it was after AMRG and all that. And by the time they get to doing their math, I never saw money on that. Family Feud is my biggest product, but it was owned by 6 families, Denmark, Fremantle. So all I could do with Family Feud was make money. I ain't complaining, because I'm doing well. And then you look at Little Big Shots, I add a third of that, but that's a whole nother story, the way NBC tried to play me. They thought they was going to ruin my whole career by getting rid of Little Big Shots and Steve Harvey talk show at the same time. That's okay. They didn't know what God was going to do, so God let them go ahead. Go ahead. See, that's another lesson you got to learn. When somebody closes the door in your face, stop standing at the door beating on it. The reason the door closes is because God wants you to walk up the hall. There's some more doors. He got a bigger door, a better door with more stuff in it. Stop beating on doors and go up the hall. So that's either there. But when the judge show came up, I was out in Tyler Perry Studios shooting Family Feud, my Facebook Watch show. And ABC asked for a meeting. And they had 13 executives on a Zoom call. And that's unheard of. I had the president of the network, the head of comedy development, the head of writers, and I had a dude on there from all these other departments, and then the dude from business affairs was on the phone. Wait a minute, that's the dude that cut the deal. So I knew this was about business, so they pitched me to do a sitcom on ABC. And they went through this whole 30 minutes about pitching this sitcom, and when they got through, I said, I don't want to do that. And they went, what? No, we're going to green light the show, Mr. Harvey, and we want you to star in it, and we'll give you a full season. I said, I don't want to do that. They said, why? I said, I don't want to work like that no more. The only sitcom I ever enjoyed was when me and Sid was on TV together. That was my best friend. We made money, we enjoyed working together. Kings of Comedy was at the same time. So we was clocking it back then, and we was having fun. So they said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, I've been thinking about this idea for about 12 years. And they said, what is it? I said, I want to be a judge on TV. Now, everybody's supposed to be on mute, right? But this white dude, he didn't put his Zoom on mute. And when I said, I want to be a judge, he said, is this guy even a fucking lawyer? What the fuck is he talking about? He said this shit on the Zoom. I was bent over now. Funny shit I was knocking shit over now. Because that's a real company. He don't work with the company no more. I was the only one that thought it was funny. The president of ABC, but I want to know who said that. I said producer credits, I want hosting credits, and I want my contract drawn up every single time ABC get a check, I get the same check. I don't want the other check. Well, Steve, you're going to get paid for hosting and executive producing, and you're going to get your IP check and creative man. I'm going to get all that. I got that. But when y'all get that advertising dollars, whatever check you cut to yourself, you got to cut that check, same check to me. Well, Steve, that's 50-50. I don't know how you're going to look at it. I'm pretty sure. But we don't put it on paper. Do you know, I did a whole season still with no contract because they just can't bring themselves to sign. But now the show is a hit. It's the #1 show on ABC for the night. So now, what you go? You can't walk away from the hit. So now, they just presented the contract last week to my lawyer. And so this is the first time after all of my years that I own something completely totally. And that's the one me and Marjorie go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And actually build this whole concept that we know it is.
You know, what I had to do was I went to Family Feud and I bought the international rights to Family Feud. That way I could own something, because I can't own the Family Feud. But I was told by everybody, nobody shoots TV in Africa, it just won't work. They don't have the bandwidth, they don't have the capabilities, they don't have that Hollywood dust. And that's true. Nobody has the Hollywood dust like Hollywood. See, what you all got to understand, the majority of shows you see over here, these hit shows, they buy the format at the MIP conference. They bring it back to America, change the name of it, put that Hollywood dust on it, make it a hit, and then sell it back to them. Oh, these white folks, oh, they're incredible. It's the most amazing thing. You have to just cat for their ass. They buy it from them, fix it, dust it off, sprinkle it, and send it back to them, and then buy it. America got talent, man. All that voice, all that ain't from here. They bought that. But nobody does TV bigger than them. So they kept telling me they don't have it. Well, nobody does. But what they kept pushing was these African people, they can't make this set. They don't know enough about lighting. They don't have competent camera people. They are so 100% wrong. Them Africans got everything. They got everything. They got the bandwidth, they got the talent, they got the grips, they know how to light. Let me tell you something, man. If you look at the Family Feud Africa clips, the set is colder than the clips I walk out on every day. The Africa set is better. They hard workers, they get it, man. It's just nobody believes it. Now you can go over there and you can make TV a lot more reasonable, but you're gonna have to come see me because I've created a company that ain't gonna let your ass go over there without seeing me. So in case you think you finna go over there and pimp the game, not gonna happen. I'm just kidding. You can go over there, but it still ain't gonna happen. No, man, but it took a year to figure it out. And then the second year became noticeably better. But we took a show that they said you cannot do and turned it into the #1 show in both countries, South Africa and Ghana. We only shot it in 2 countries as the #1 show. But Africa is a place, do you all understand something? See, they're keeping us away from each other. And COVID hit, and I was just about to do a deal with South African Air to bring African Americans, first of all, to Ghana, because you have to go see the slave castles. Every black person living should go to Ghana and see them slave castles, so you can see what they did to us. You got to see what they did to us. You got to see how they built these dungeons underground, and they put these churches on top, and they dug holes in the ground to pump the music of what they call their Christianity into the holes. While, man, they did, let me explain something to y'all. They walk them as far as they can first to make them lose weight. They put them in a room, then they cut a door, and after you've been in this room in 2 weeks, they walk you through this door. If you lose the right amount of weight, you fit through the door. If you don't fit through the door, you got to stay in this room right here. Then you're in this room for another week, they make you lose some more weight. Then you fit through another door. If you can't fit through the door, you ain't lost enough weight. You got to go through 4 doors like that before you go through the door of no return. And they steady sitting up there talking about Jesus. Jesus. Me and my wife, we wouldn't even go in their church. Not going in this hell-bound church. You sit there talking about Jesus, and you'd have done this to us under this ground like this? Hey man, let me explain something to y'all. What was done to us is unthinkable. For us to be sitting here, alive and thriving, is a testament to the greatness of us as a people. We some bad people sitting in there. So I'm telling you right now, it would have practically broke anybody else. Nobody could have withstood what we withstood and still be standing. And they know it. That's why we got voter suppression. That's why they keep our prisons filled with our brothers and sisters, because they know it. That's why, see, I'm on something else now. So if you live in a poor neighborhood that can't pay as much taxes as the neighborhood in the suburbs, when they get the money into the state, they allocate the money for education and facilities back to the patients who paid the most taxes. We ain't gonna ever pay the most taxes because they ain't gonna let the property values be worth a damn, and they're gonna keep us in the circle. And that's why they gotta keep us like that, because they know when we slip through the cracks on their ass, we too much. When you go to Morehouse and Spelman and Howard and Tennessee and Prairie View and Southern, and you go out there and you become doctors and lawyers, they know who you are. You more. I met a brother today that's the head of diversity for Nike. How he get there? How y'all get in here? Cause of this thing that's in you that won't let you lay down and die. Cause they incarcerate your daddy and that's the other thing. So now since you live in this certain neighborhood, you on welfare, we'll give you a check, but a man can't live in the house. Oh, I'll be damned. So now that don't promote families, does it? So now we live in these fractured societies and we keep trying to make something out of nothing, but we keep showing up though. We keep showing up, and y'all got to keep on showing up. Because we it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We it. We them people. And see y'all. They think y'all are lit. You know why? Because they know what you went through. They know where them slave ship picked you up at. They know they brought you to a land. They know what they did to you. And y'all still over here shining. If we take this shine back over there and give them the love and teach them that dust, we have a powerful union.
That's it. See, Harvey mentions that corporate success, obviously, being the platform, number one show after number one show. I wonder if there's anything that's missing from your portfolio. Is this something that you have like a vision board that you have yet to accomplish?
Well, my wife and I bought a ranch, and it used to be owned by the Cathy family, which owns Chick-fil-A.
We had some more.
Yeah.
By the way.
You're welcome. I was doing my mentoring camp down there for 3 years. And it's such a beautiful place, man. It's 1,600 acres. And when I tell you, man, oh my goodness. Oh my, it's incredibly beautiful. And a few years ago, I was down there doing the camp, and I approached them about buying, a couple hundred acres. If I could just get a couple hundred acres. And it didn't work out at the time. But see, God, let me tell you something. I don't care what your plan is, God planned way colder than your plan. So he didn't let the 200 acres go down. So what he was doing was setting it up that I didn't know about. So Marjorie and I bought months back, we bought the whole thing, the whole 1,600 acres. And we changed the name of it from the Rock Ranch to the Stephen Marjorie Harvey Legacy Ranch. That's the thing that Marjorie and I are going to hang our hat on. So let me tell you what we want to do. We've already started the process. We're in zoning meetings down there. We're taking this property and we're leasing it to our foundation for $1. Because the foundation don't need that here. We took the money ourselves. We leased it to our foundation for $1. We have the plans to build dormitories that sleeps 350 boys or girls. We already know we can't bring them together. We figured that out. They have to come separately. I ain't going to be explaining this to nobody, mom and all this here. The boys and girls come separately. We're building dormitories. We're building a STEM center to teach STEM. We're building an esports complex. We're building gymnasiums. We're building a Division I weight class weight room. We're building a 700-seat theater to teach and show presentations in. We're building a brand new dining hall facility. That's gonna cost a lot of money. Do we have that money now? But you know, man, that's the other thing I learned. You know, when God tells you to do something, you got to do it. See, the how-to ain't really your business. And that's what really messes a lot of people up. You get something in your imagination, something you start dreaming about, and then you start figuring out the how-to. Well, I got news for you. The how-to ain't none of your business. The how-to is up to God. You got to be willing to do the work and put in the faith. See, that's really all it is. I know a lot of people got education broke as hell. So I've already figured it out. There ain't your education. As a matter of fact, education ain't even in the Bible. They ain't never mentioned Emory in the Bible. They got no scriptures about Harvey, Yale. It's not Morehouse ain't even in the Bible. As much as you like it to be, it's not in there. But you know what's in there? Dreams, visions. A man without a dream or a vision shall perish. It don't say a man without education will perish. So quit worrying about if you don't have the education, if you don't have all the credentials. You need the vision and you got to be ready to work. And look, man, when God puts something in your imagination, when he put it in your heart, you got to go for it. I was talking to you before the thing started. You know the hardest thing to get people about success? The hardest thing is to start. Start, man. Most people are frozen with fear and you're frozen with the how-to. You can't figure out how to make $1 million, so you never start. You ain't got to know how to make $1 million. Who told you that? You got to start, man. You got to take a leap of faith. Quit tripping yourself out of the blessing because you worried about the how-to. God ain't nowhere in the Bible told you to figure it out. He said, ask, believe, receive. Then he said, faith without works is dead. You ain't got to know the whole Bible. I don't know the 6 scriptures. I think I done done all 6 of them already. That's all you got to know, man. You getting tricked. Got these people thinking you got to be saved at this church. You got to speak in tongues at that church. You got to be over here doing it in this way. That's not true. God is a forgiving God, man. God in the blessed business. God don't care if you don't go to Holy Rock or Mount Gilead Baptist Church. God don't care if you don't go to Apostolic. Y'all tripping, man. And you're missing out on blessings, man, because you are worried about the how-to. When you gonna start? Yeah, but I'm trying to line all my ducks up. You're not finna get them lined up. I need some money. You don't have no money. If you come here, then go cut somebody's hair. Make $10. I think I did this on your podcast. Once God gives you the skill to make $10, all you got to do is do it 10 more times. Guess what? You got 100. Once you make $100, you ain't got to change it. You don't need $1 million. You just need another $10 idea. Guess what? You got $10 idea. Cut hair. Boom. Cut 10 more heads. $1,000. Do it 10 more times. You got $10,000. Whatever you did to make $10,000, I got news for you. This is the hard part. You got to do that 10 more times. If you do that 10 more times, you now have $100,000. Now here comes the hard part. Whatever you did to make the $100,000, hit a seat. You got to do that 10 more times. Congratulations, you are now a millionaire with a $10 idea, because all you can do is cut hair. If you bake pie, bake pie. If you fry chicken better than anybody else, why ain't your ass out there frying chicken? If you draw better than anybody else, why ain't you drawing selling your art? Y'all tripping, sitting up in here trying to figure out how to make $1 million. Hell, if you know how to make $1 million, when you do it by tomorrow? No, man. Take your $10 gift, your $100 gift, and go about your business. When I started a company, I made $25 a night. $25 a night. I just kept working 100, 150 a night, 125, 500 a night, 1,000, $10,000 a night, $25,000 a night. I got $250,000 a night. I got $500,000, I made $1 million a day. Same damn jokes, they just English. But I did it so many times. Just kept working. See, I haven't been in here before. I sold all this out. I was sold out to State Farm Arena. I was sold out to Phillips. Hell, me and the Kings, we sold out to Georgia Dome. I'm used to big ass crowds. But when I first started, it was 12 people in there. 12. We got 44,000 people that know our name. Man, please. And you know what all I did? All I do is tell jokes. They the same damn jokes I've been telling. Say English. I might cuss a little bit more. You know, people at the church, they quit fooling with me. They said, you know, Sister Harvey, son is out there cussing. We don't think that's how he's raised and how we started faith. Said that in front of my daddy. My daddy said, you know how much money this motherfucker made?